I remember the first time I saw it. A world where time folds in on itself, and shadows breathe like ghosts. The sky was painted in colors that don't exist, and the air felt thick with forgotten dreams. I didn't understand it then, just felt it, like a pulse beneath the skin, a call from somewhere beyond the mind. That was the moment I knew. I had to see it again, not just in dreams, but in film. We're talking about a world where time bends like a river, where reality is a canvas and dreams are the paint. It's not just art. It's a language of the unconscious, whispered through the lens of a camera. These are not just films. They are fragments of a dream, caught in the act of becoming. They are landscapes that shift, colors that pulse, and figures that float between worlds. In these films, space is not a place, but a feeling. It's the tension between what is seen and what is felt, between the known and the unknown. We're not just watching a film, we're stepping into a dream, where logic is a luxury and wonder is the only rule. It's a place where the mind can wander freely and the soul can be seen. This is not a dream you can wake from. It's a dream that lingers, that haunts, that whispers your name in a language only you can understand. You think you've seen dreams, but have you ever looked closely enough to see the ghosts in the mirror? Dali's dreams aren't just strange, they're alive, breathing in the dark. In film, Dali's dreamscapes are more than art. They're a language, spoken in shapes, whispered in color, written in the silence between frames. Dali's dreams don't just show you something. They make you question what you know. What if the world you think you see is just a dream you forgot? You shouldn't care about this, but you do. You always have. Because in the end, the dream is not yours. It's yours, and it's watching you. The dream began in the 1920s, a fevered whisper in the mind of a man who saw reality as a puzzle waiting to be unraveled. He painted not what was, but what could be. A world where clocks melt and mountains float like islands in an ocean of thought. In the 1930s, he found a voice in film, a medium that could bend time and space, as if the dream itself had learned to move. Each frame became a step deeper into the labyrinth of the mind, where logic bent and the impossible felt inevitable. The dream was never just his. It became a language, a map, a mirror, and a door to the unknown. Imagine a world where time folds like paper, and gravity forgets how to fall. You wake up in a room that's not yours, and the walls are melting like chocolate in the sun. You step on a clock that's hanging upside down, and it starts to tick in reverse. You don't know if you're going forward or backward, or if you ever were. You hear a voice that isn't yours, whispering secrets you don't remember. It's not a voice, it's a memory, and it's trying to tell you something you already knew. You find a door that's made of clouds, and when you open it, you're not sure if you're entering a dream or waking up from one. And then you realize you're still dreaming. But that's okay. Because in a dream, everything is possible, and even the impossible feels like home. The setup begins with a whisper, a single word, a single thought, and the world dissolves into something else. It's not just a dream, it's a door. The mind, like a painter, gathers fragments of memory, color, and emotion. It doesn't just imagine, it reshapes reality, piece by piece, until the familiar is unrecognizable. Time stretches and folds. The setup is not a beginning. It's a collapse of all that was, and a collapse into what might be. The world is no longer what it was. It is now a canvas, a mirror, and a labyrinth, all at once. The setup is the first step into the dream. And then, silence. Not the absence of sound, but the presence of something vast, something watching, waiting for the dream to begin. It begins with a whisper, a hush in the mind where logic dissolves. The mind is a labyrinth, and the dreamer is both the architect and the wanderer. The dreamer does not choose the dream. The dream chooses the dreamer. It is a surrender, a folding of the self into something vast and unknowable. The mind, in its sleep, is a painter with no canvas. It paints with light, with sound, with memory, with the echoes of 1,000 forgotten lullabies. In this dream, time is not a river, but a spiral, a loop of echoes, where the past and present kiss and bleed into one another. The dream is a mirror, but it does not reflect. It reveals. It shows you what you have never seen, what you have always known, but never dared to feel. The twist arrives not as a reveal, but as a whisper in the dark, a shadow that wasn't there before, a voice that echoes from the silence. It's not about what you see, but what you feel when the world bends just enough to make you question your own reality. It's in the way the camera lingers, not on the object, but on the space between it and the viewer, as if it's waiting for you to see what you've already known. The clever twist doesn't end the dream. It only opens a door to another dream, one that you might not wake up from. The dream is not just a vision, but a frequency, a hum beneath the surface of reality, just waiting to be heard. In the quiet of the mind, the laws of physics bend like willow branches. Time stretches, space folds, and logic dissolves. The mind is a quantum field, and dreams are the particles that flicker in and out of existence, never quite solid, never quite gone. To dream is to touch the edge of the unknown, and in that edge there is a rhythm, a pulse, a beat, a hum that echoes through time. The science of the surreal is not in the world we see, but in the world we feel. A hidden frequency, always there, waiting to be heard. A dream is like a movie that never ends, where every scene is a flicker of memory, and every shadow is a whisper from the past. You think you're in control, but the script is written by the wind, and the actors are ghosts who only want to be remembered. In dreams, time is a loop, and every moment is both a beginning and an end, wrapped in the same silk. You wake up with a taste of something strange, like a memory that never happened, but feels like it did. Dali's dreamscapes are not just art. They are the language of the unconscious, spoken in a dialect only the soul understands. Before you go, if you enjoyed this, please give it a like, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And tell us in the comments what you'd like us to make next. We read every single one. Thank you so much for watching. Comment this emoji if you made it to the end.